Warning: the following fanfiction contains many homophobic, ableistic, and self-harming moments. If this sort of thing triggers you, please do not listen any further. On today's episode of My Immortal, will Ebony and Draco's relationship manage to survive their first major rift? What has Lord Voldemort been up to all this time? Will the citizens of the Russian Federation finally figure out how democracy works? 2 out of 3 of those questions will be answered on today's episode of My Immortal. Chapter 7. Bring Me to Life. Author's note. Well, okay, you guys. I'm only writing this 'cause I got 5 God reviews. And BTW, I won't write the next chapter until I get 10 God Vons. Sta flamin' or ill report oo. Ebony isn't a Mary Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish. Author's note. See, does that sound like a Maru Su to oo? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started flinching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked. Then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. See, is that stupid? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Oh, Draco, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, Vampire. That's only one word, but whatever. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. Jesus fucking Christ. I put on my clothes all huffily, and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. Okay, yikes. 4 things. Tara, how would Ebony know that Harry was jealous of her? Later on, she acts surprised when she discovers they're passed together with Draco. Seems weird to foreshadow that in such an obvious way. Second, why? Literally, just why? Harry and Draco are rivals in every sense of the word. They've hated each other since day one. They've never shown any romantic chemistry in the books. This is based on nothing except Tara's fetishization of bisexual men, which makes this insulting to Harry Potter fans, but especially to the LGBT community. Thirdly, you probably have AIDS anyway. Let me start out by saying, whoop, there it is. So let me get this straight. Ebony's reaction upon discovering that Draco has previously been romantically involved with Harry is to tell him he probably has AIDS. That's extremely homophobic. Just when I thought Ebony couldn't get more unlikable. 4. Draco is chasing Ebony down the halls of Hogwarts naked. I have nothing to say in response to that. That's just ridiculous. And might I point out, he probably still has an erection. So, you're welcome for that visual. So, 1 down, 2 to go. Oh boy. Can't get worse from this point on, right? Right? Oh god. Why am I doing this to myself? Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flossing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Ludi Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long, waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith, and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, and not Gryffindor. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Ha ha, like I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. Oh boy. 5 things. First, Draco ran into a classroom naked. I still have nothing to say. The ridiculousness speaks for itself. 2. What did you do to Hermione? Hermione is a muggle-born witch. It's a big part of who she is. She compensates for her heritage by learning everything she can about magic. She's honestly one of my favorite characters, but Tara just turned her into another goth cutout. Hermione would also die before going to Slytherin. Oh boy. The changes she made to Hermione especially pissed me off because I really liked her when I was a kid. Oh boy. Thirdly, this is a first. Points to Tara. What is it you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Does vaguely sound like something Snape would say. 4. No, Harry did not cheat on you with Draco. The proper way to say this, if your conclusion is correct, is that Draco cheated on you with Harry. Because you're going out with Draco now. not Harry, but whatever. 5. Suddenly changed perspectives to Draco, who's monologuing while he's still naked. No, Harry and Draco were never romantically involved, nor have they ever been anything except bitter rivals. Okay, that's chapter 8. Just got one more to do today. Let's see if I can make it. Chapter 9. Author's note. Stop flamin', okay? I didn't read all the books. Oh, no shit. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Beswedes, I said he had a headache, and the reason Snap doesn't lick Harry now is 'cause he Christian and vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then, all of a suddenly, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort! No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! The fuck? I shouted at him. Voldemort fell of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony! He yelled. Thou must kill Vampire Potter! I thought about Vampire, and his sexa eyes, and his gothic black hair, and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him, and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou dost not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you're so retarded look on his face. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly, and if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. That's okay, he said all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. So, Chapter 9 had 11 mistakes. First, Snape doesn't like Harry because Harry looks exactly like his dad, James, who used to pick on Snape when they were at Hogwarts together. and they were both in love with the same girl, Lily Evans. And James ended up with Lily Evans, and their son was Harry Potter. And to add insult to injury, Harry looks exactly like his dad, but he also has his mother's eyes. So every time Snape looks at him, he's reminded of the person that he hates the most, but also the person that he cares about the most. So that's why he's always lashing out at Harry. Not because, oh, he's a stuck-up Christian who doesn't like Harry because he's a Satanist. You know how Christians are. Like, Jesus Christ. This has edgy 11-year-old atheist written all over it. And I myself am an atheist, and even I find this cringe. Like, it only gets worse from that standpoint. But let's move on. Secondly, Voldemort doesn't use a broomstick. He can fly around without one. 3, we get it. He doesn't have a nose. 4, it's Imperio, not Imperius. Imperius is the name of the curse. Imperio is the word you say to cast it. 5, Crookshanks isn't a spell. It's the name of Hermione's cat. I think Tara got it confused with Crucio, which is the torture curse. But in this, it sounds like she just found Crookshanks in the forest and threw him at Voldemort. In which case, she committed animal abuse because she just threw a cat at a dark wizard. 6, a sadist would never feel bad for anyone in pain. They literally get off on people being in pain. 7, why is Voldemort speaking like a Shakespeare character? He was born in 1926, not Elizabethan England. This story is shitty enough. Don't bring Shakespeare into this. 8, yes, people can have prior relationships, you overly emotional moron. 9, why the hell is Voldemort giving Ebony a gun? Why doesn't he just kill Harry himself? Hell, why is Voldemort suddenly calling Harry vampire? What is Tara on right now, and can I please have some? 10, it's telepathy, not telekinesis. And no, he doesn't have that ability. 11, so were Draco and Ebony making out as they were walking back into Hogwarts? Like kissing each other while they were walking? That sounds... Yeah, I've never made out with anybody, but I'm pretty sure you have to stand still when you're doing it, because if you're walking, you're not looking where you're going, you're gonna bump into somebody. You know, guys, I'm starting to think that whoever wrote this isn't very experienced in terms of romantic relationships. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Holy crap. I have a feeling it's only going to get worse. In fact, I know it's going to get worse. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and a comment if you really enjoyed it. And if you aren't already, feel free to subscribe and stuff like that. Oh, man. And try not to go insane like I am. Have a nice day, everyone. Next time on My Immortal, Ebony has to deal with being threatened by the most evil wizard in the world. How will this affect her relationship? Also, Ebony spends some time with her closest friends in the world, her gothic metal band, because of course, a gothic Mary Sue like her has a fucking gothic metal band, and just wait until you hear what their name is. And Snape, aka Snap, gets into some serious trouble. This and more on the next episode of My Immortal. Brought to you by Crushing Boredom.